wet dry of them today. I don't really have the time, but you always have time to put them in a bedding rig. I'm gonna put her in her harness only because honestly what I'm used to, I know it fits her and stuff. Hi, Koi? No. Stop playing with the gate too, honey. Oh no. The weather's pretty shitty, honestly. Hi, you get satisfied your face. Okay, I think first I'm gonna get the stall cleaned, then I will put her harness on. I'm gonna try to get everyone in here, especially in a bedding rig, holds their head into position. There you go. Teaches them how to give to the pressure of the bed. Teaches them patience. Gets them handled. Kai, knock it off. Welcome everybody. Monday morning. Time to get up, hit it hard. Not a good Monday for me. I don't have either of my helpers, any of my helpers today, and it is nasty out. So that's not ideal. Horses can't get turned out then, so I end up doing all of the stalls. There's 8 stalls to do. Which is a pain in the ass compared to, I prefer when the horses can stay out all night. They are much more relaxed that way. Barn smells better that way, but you can't have what you want always. This is Raina's stall. She's pretty organized mare. Keeps her business to one side. Line dancing came from working cleaning stalls with the tilt forward, tilt back, shuffle sideways. Also several spins. Too bad I'm not coordinated for dancing as much. Somebody's making funny noises on there. Not much into outfits. You can just kind of slap on the same jeans. Change your liner, jeans, etc. Especially when you spend as much time as I do in the barn, there's no point of getting too many pairs of pants dirty. But yes, I do this every single day. Often alone. There are 8 horses that stayed inside, so I get at least 7 of them in rigs. No, 6. 6 in rigs, 1's a bull. 1's in surgery, rehab. So, hold on to that. What'd you? I can give that to the other mare that's on stall rest. Something to do. Poor thing's getting bored. What's? I don't have a lot of time to read the text. No, sorry. A lot of the texts end up being comments that are rude, so I don't really waste my time with those. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, you usually don't have much to say. I go live so that way I don't have to do chores completely alone. I can advertise for my page and meet new fans, introduce the horses to the world, show off what it takes to run a Clydesdale hitch. I love cleaning the horses' stalls. They're called stalls. It's always been a huge thing for me. We gotta get the hay. Good morning. I can't get to all of the horses that I own because we would be here all day. I need to stay focused enough on getting actual work done. So, cleaning up the stalls, my 8 horses, or 8 stalls. I've gotten through, this is the 5th one. So, then I have to put them in what's called bidding rigs. Look out, Chester. earlier didn't eat a lot, so we don't have too much of hers to fill up. So. Not a big eater. Horses are like humans. Some of them are really big about eating, some of them aren't. All right. Now we're gonna harness this one. Right. I can't wait for you to have an actual forelock. Oh God, hooked onto something. On one apparatus to use. God. This is Raina. She's an 8-year-old Clyde mare with probably an infection. Eating her farts right now. Isn't the right way of putting on a harness, but since she's not actually gonna go driving, fuck it, I'll do it. I don't have to put all the pieces together. Instead, I'm gonna go grab her bridle, some side checks, and put her in her stall. And then we'll grab the next one. So when you are training horses, there's several different things that they can all do for workouts, even if it's not going out and driving. I don't have time today, so a lot of them are just going to be standing in position, waiting. Get that part when she's in her stall. We'll play around with the settings. Oh, oh. Stand. Oh. Girl, come this way. Grab her by her actual bridle so she can see. So. What's that showing for me? That's good. Here we go. Next one. This is Vivian. She is a 4-year-old Clyde mare. Was born here on the farm. She's gonna go on what's called the tea backer. Right? I think that's what you need. She has a tendency to keep her little mini head not high enough. Every single horse has like their own setting that you have to figure out the ratio. I like my pink hat too. It's not as popular as this red one, but I really like my pink hat. I also have a purple one. Actually up in Vermont. Vivian, stick around. He's out there ruffling around. So it's kind of a very gloomy day here in Vermont. Very rainy, very gloomy. So I'm not able to turn the horses out. Usually I prefer to keep them out. It's less stalls for me. It's more movement for them, etc., etc. But because they are Clydesdales, their feathers would be absolutely destroyed by the moisture. So they have to stay inside. And the pastures also really should not get that destroyed. Vivian! Jesus Christ. Stay! Vivian is my only currently confirmed in full mare. So she's going to have 140, give or take 20 days to hopefully bake and hold on to a striker pole. I had gotten Amara pregnant with him last year, the one that I just took care of, and she ended up losing the pregnancy. So, she lasted about 6-month fetus. It was the size of a small dog. It was kind of heartbreaking, but I can ride them sometimes. The one that I'm cleaning up after right now, it's pretty fun to ride. The one I just cleaned up after, not the best. So it kind of depends on their attitude and their previous training, if they're brought up right about it or just happen to do it, or very different things. There's a training scale in which you can teach a horse to ride, or you can just get on it and turn it left and right. I prefer the training skill. So I want forward motion, then I want relaxation, I want a lot of different things. I don't want to deal with, I don't want to just feel like I'm riding a board. I want it to be something that can relate. It's giving, relaxing, etc. Except for you, Ellie. The one next, I would really like to turn into a nice riding horse. She doesn't like having 2 bits in her mouth. She gets very ugly about it. So the thing that kind of sucks is that the style I would prefer to ride her in, she does not prefer. So that is that. This one's rather pissed off at me for how I left her. I haven't been yet happy with the way some of them have been carrying their heads. They need to build up several parts of a horse before you can get his body in the right position. So it's not a small task. Given you're trying to get 8, almost 2,006. Let's start low. Trying to get 6, almost 2,000-pound animals to look identical. That's not going to be any sort of small task. So dramatic. You have to oil her. It's all a bunch of horsemanry. Push this load out. got a little bit more in the stall, and then we'll harness her up. She's gonna go in a tea-backer. Vivian, chill out. I think you guys can hear her stomping when she stops stomping her feet. How's everyone doing today? Welcome on this dreary Monday morning for myself. I'm up in Vermont on my Clydesdale breeding farm, and it is not pleasant out. So all the horses are having to stay in, which makes my job taking care of them significantly harder. Getting each one out, sticking it in a rig, cleaning its stall, pulling back, etc., versus my norm of everybody loose, getting to drive a team, not having to clean the stalls. Not that I don't like cleaning stalls. I'm not very picky about that part, but it's just a bigger time waster than if I don't have to. But they've got to have somewhere clean, dry to lay down. I'm not going to not take care of them in every sort of aspect. So, I get fresh water every single day. That's what I've seen when we drink. Same here. Got our hay down already. Time to get the next horse into a rig. It's not common that I wear anything besides jeans. Back up. I mean, I do have riding pants, like, they're on my wish list. So on occasion I'll be wearing those. God, no, I do not work for Budweiser. These are my own private horses. The difference, major difference between Budweiser and mine are theirs were sponsored off of Budweiser beer and mine are sponsored off of Buck Picks. So, let's get you in the rig. Hi. You being all antsy for what? I'm gonna go in this one. This will help teach her to keep her head where it's supposed to stay. Yep, it will. Oh, you got a wolf tooth in there. I love you though. That's cool. You do, don't you? Okay. And we'll bring this one back. There's this one. I'm gonna put her back in the stall. Like I said, this thing is called a T-backer, and we'll get her to lift her head up into this proper position so she looks really good. This horse is a 4-year-old mare that was born in my arms, actually. We've been together from the beginning. Don't run out the fucking door. And then off to see where you're at. A lot of curl. Not getting the lift I thought I would. That's all right. I can teach her how to talk. She tends to be a pointer anyways, so. It is a lot of work. That's kind of why I like showing off how much work goes behind building a 6-horse hitch. Here comes Ellie the Belly. This one is slowly becoming more of my favorite type on the farm. She had her moments of being my least. She's still taking a bit more time than I'd like. Ooh. Here comes the rain again. The whole reason why they're all inside. Here landing on the tin roof. So they come out here for a little bit, stand around. How much does it all cost? Each horse is about $15,000. If that's where you want to start. I don't live to make my parents proud, that's for sure. So, anyhow. Thanks for looking through the videos. Ah! Vivian, you're such a hog. As I said, some of the mares, some of the horses are bigger eaters than others, and despite the fact that she is completely in rigging, she is still attempting to eat. We'll say that the noise of water landing on a tin roof makes it sound way worse than it is out, but it is still gets very noisy. Classic noise. How's everybody doing? Yes, it is such a rainy day. I do this every single day. Usually I'm taking the teens out to drive, not just putting them in rigs. But today, since everyone's stuck inside, I've got to spend more time doing stalls than normal. So I'm not able to do that part as much. Be sure to leave everybody in these for about an hour, maybe two. See how long it takes. I think the first one's already been about an hour. Half an hour, probably. It is on here, so. When they're at shows, they've got to stand around a long time with their thinking about my hair, head up, so it's not really much to ask for at home. You should always ask double what you would at home than what you would at a show. You should not have your most extreme points of working with your animal or hands-on with your animal while you're at a show. You should do most of your work at home. am cleaning out a stall that I have a mare in. So I have a 10-horse Clydesdale breeding farm up in Vermont, and I am trying to stay on top of their stalls, cleaning them, training them, and breeding them while we are getting absolutely poured on by Vermont. This is an everyday task. I try to go live every day to kind of prove that. I think a lot of people think that I'm kidding, but I'm not. Nope, as I just said, I'm up in Vermont. Not sure how the show world is out in Wyoming. Luke Combs. Definitely over Luke Bryan. Yeah, I love being around horses. Wouldn't have it any other way. Alright, boss. Alright, time to harness the next horse. What's going on, Vivian? She's still here? Alright. What's up, pretty girl? You are unique looking. You're getting so good at this. Remember back when you used to fight me on that? I gotta go grab her bridle. Her bridle is a single bit because she does not appreciate a dual bit like you should. But don't start wars I can't finish. So she goes on single. I'll have to find her a check. But not sure where those are. I know where they are. Back the other way. I use chains because they don't give. It gets really annoying when a horse ends up breaking them. They just bump their faces enough that they kind of break shit. And then they learn to bump their heads because something will give. So if you just use chains, it won't. And then they don't learn that. Since most of mine are younger stock, so the average age on my farm is 4. I guess if I said average. The median is 4. The average is 3. So you can actually nab. I don't like to leave their halters on while you are learning. Stop it. It's not twisted on this side. Stuck there. Hi, baby girl. You're getting so emblematic about it. Right? You're like, we'll work together on this. I don't think I'm going to last long in this sport with all the looking up head angles I've got to go on. Alright. And then we grab our thing. I think you know the algorithm of YouTube to make money. The algorithm on TikTok got really screwed up, so I stopped going there. It's been a lot more fun on YouTube. I would have to say that I feel like it's a lot more diverse. A lot easier to find what I'm looking for. So I don't do anything for actual training for myself. I just have horses and they take a lot to train. Their harnesses weigh about as much as I do. So that will also, lifting that over and over and over again will take care of a lot of it. There. Once they get in a good position, then leave them alone. Got one more stall to do, one more horse to take out for this. There's a lot of these. This is Joey O. He is my only gelding on the farm. You can tell he's a fatty, but what are we gonna put you in? We'll figure it out when we get there. Have you ever worked with Frisians? That will kill them for you. They're really miserable. In a better spot. There are bigger breeds, and I don't have the largest Clydesdales by a long shot. I am 5'3" and 100 pounds, so I can't go for the biggest. I need to go for something that's still around my size. So they're all under 18.1. The largest one is 18.1, and everybody else is under. I do wish that some of mine would more consistently hit 18. but it's just not a very large breed. So. Get them all stand up. Allie, hold it up. She's my largest concern because she really doesn't go well in 2 bits, but I need her to drive like she is in 2. That one's a little difficult for me to deal with. Hello. Finally, almost done chores. I'll be able to log off, make a few reels. And then I will end up stripping everybody down from their pack. I do this every day. Usually I'm able to take things out and drive them. Today the weather is not suitable for that, so it's not quite the same. I might drive them later, depending on weather. Depends on how many hands on deck I have. Oh, I gotta get water, of course. Well, thank you. This hat is a pro-choice hat. They come in a lot of different colors. They are not available on Amazon, so I can't add more colors to my wish list like I wish I could. But even being a half a bucket, you gotta dump them. It's gross. You don't want to drink day-old water. You're slow. Taking my time. I got all day. Most of half the day. The beauty of working on your own farm, you can do your own precision work with your horses. So, I am not going to, per se, rush things. It's acting like Washington State here because it's gross, it's dreary, but it's actually Vermont. Gonna put him in something and I don't know what yet. Joey, what's gonna emphasize your look the best? Your neck's growing. What's going on in the chats? But I'm gonna show off some sawdust. I think his regular setup with a stir single. I think that's what we're gonna go for. fluffy bed. So I think he's gotten a couple days off. He got a day off of work, so shouldn't be too tired. Alright. So I'm up in Vermont. We're gonna attack this guy up next. Since all of his equipment is down at the other barn, I'm going to end up going down here. Oop, come on. How fucking hard did you yank on that thing? Comments get wild around here. I came from TikTok where it was hard to even talk to people. Let's go. Gotta work with this. Keep putting them in that bit because I'm pretty sure I'm going to make them sour. We're going to put him in his partner's bit. So everybody has different bridles. Logan, the chat man. Everybody has different models or bits, bridles. Depending on who and how they act. You've been pissing me off about the head shaking thing, but I don't want to make him sour about bridling. So I can't just make it awful. So we're gonna swap you over. I think will be a better bit for today. So we can still take the bridle like that, because you're a champ. Bit than you're used to. Like that. Okay. Put these on. You end up with the funniest assortments of things. When you're doing this. don't want to leave a pile of halters around. So I always like try to put it outside the stall or the bridle or the pasture that horse is in. Turn in little Finley, who has been hiding from the sprinkle. She cannot handle the slightest sprinkle on her coat. I don't blame her. She's thin coated right now. We body clipped her. All right. First things first. Probably has to go as tight as it can possibly go, is my guess. Yeah, probably. There you go. Yep. Sorry about that. And then, that's right. Yes, yep. You had me a little turd. I love you, big guy, but you gotta get some learning to do. Okay. Hi. Yeah, head up. Yeah. Okay. I gotta water the barn. So. It's 10:41. I'll probably finish watering and have to start unhooking all of the horses. Approximately how fast things get done around here. You look good. Yeah. So. I don't care about how my dad feels about it. Guess he should have provided more for me. He's a great guy. He has Parkinson's now and uses. We've been flipping my truck, but you got it. It's also the same name that's on the back of my belt. Raina. Don't waste time. And so many don't waste the time. Don't waste the time. I'm gonna have to leave here. This hour, the next hour. So I've still got time. Probably takes about half an hour to strip everybody down. So. He's just gonna breathe. Alright. I think I'm gonna log off for now, guys. As much as I've enjoyed it, it's time for me to get some other things done on the farm and stare at my phone. So thank you guys so much for all of the subscriptions, subscribing, whatever. Following along, and I will see you guys tomorrow or tonight.